Okay, welcome to how to make an origami octagon. I'm going to try and make something that looks like this. We just need 2 pieces of square paper. I'm going to make just a little bit of this. Firstly, we take the pieces of square paper, fold in 2, nice crease, iron it in with your thumb. Fold it over again. We want to get 4 pieces of square paper out of our piece of paper. So we're folding this paper into 4ths. There we go. And we're simply going to now just tear these pieces into 4 pieces. There we go. And out of 2 pieces of paper, obviously, we're going to get 4 of these smaller squares. And I'm just going to deal with 1. We're going to have 8 of these squares in the end, and we're going to do exactly the same with each one. So I'm just going to work on this one for the moment. And each square, small square, we're going to fold in 4. Fold again in half. So now we get a square that's got a fold here and a fold across the middle here as well. And this is the easy bit. This is where all my students know how to do this. We're going to make the nose of a paper aeroplane. And we're not going to make a paper aeroplane today. Make the nose of a paper aeroplane. Fairly straightforward. And now we're going to take this corner of our paper aeroplane and move it across to the midpoint of this side. This corner across to the midpoint of this side. There we go. Midpoint, and we're just going to crease to the center, just to the center of the square. We're not going to crease right across, so just to the center of the square. So we now end up, let's just mark this with a pen so we can see it. We end up with a fold in there. We're going to do the same for this corner, again to the midpoint, just here. And we're trying to get this side running along this side. So this side is going to run along here. This corner here is going to move across to the midpoint there. And again, we're going to crease, but only to the middle of the square, not to the whole way, So now we have a fold in there as well. So we have a aeroplane nose fold, move that across to the midpoint, we move this bit across to the midpoint as well. And this side along this side here, this side along here. Now turn it over, take the aeroplane end, squeeze it, and push. Aeroplane end, squeeze, and push. Aeroplane end, squeeze, and push. Fold it down, and we get a shape like that. Parallelogram, it's not a rhombus, it's a parallelogram. The sides aren't equal, so it's not a rhombus. Now we're going to make 8 of these, 4 in one colour and 4 in another colour. And I'm going to just take one that I've done before, a red one, and we're simply going to take the open end of one and the closed end of another, and put the closed end inside the open end. So we get something that looks like that. See here, we've got an overlap of the red over the yellow. We open the flap of the yellow, fold that red in, and open the flap again, and fold the red in there. So now we have the red locking in the yellow, and the yellow can also slide. Now we're going to do 4 reds, or 4 of one colour, 4 of another colour, all identical, and we lock them in together, and then we should be able to get a shape that looks like that, which if we open it out, you'll see is an octagon. We've got an octagon which we can push together to make something like that.